So, my name is Keenan LaFerrier, and I made six figures my first year out of college. And this is my story. It all began one rainy night. The wind was howling outside as the streetlights began to flicker. Wait, hold on, that's the wrong script. You know, you write so many of these scripts, sometimes you get them confused. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I just completed my first year working full-time straight out of college, and I earned, when everything was said and done, over $100,000. Well, technically, and here's what I mean.
My name is Samantha. I'm going to tell you how all this really began.
And shout out to any of you who know where that quote came from, because that was like my entire childhood. So I work in tech for a company called Optum, which is a sub-company of a company you guys may know, United Health Group. And I was a part of a developmental program where basically your first year of college, you get to rotate through different teams and different fields as you gain experience and figure out what exactly you like to do. For my first rotation, I worked in the SOC, or the Security Operations Center within Optum, and I worked as a cybersecurity analyst for the first 6 months of my program. And then after those 6 months, I switched over to the audit and compliance team and worked on a bunch of miscellaneous tasks for that team, whether that be automating workflows, leading different projects, or just doing random tasks that they needed. However, cybersecurity has never really been my thing. It was just something that I kind of got thrown into during this job. And so I'm really excited because in a couple of weeks, I'll graduate from this developmental program and I get to go into my full-time gig, which is going to be in data science, which should be a lot more interesting for me. Anyways, in this program, my salary was $82,000 a year, which is pretty dang good up where I live in Minnesota. But you guys probably read the title and you're like, 82,000 isn't six figures, buddy. What are you doing? You're a fraud. You lied to us. What a jerk. Well, maybe I am a jerk, but I didn't lie to you. Technically. Here's what I mean. Along with my salary, I got compensated via a couple of different means. As part of my contract, I was awarded a sign-on bonus of United Health Group stock valued at $10,000 at the time. And I got that stock basically 1 year ago to the day, and now it's around like $12,000 in value, which would bring my first year compensation to $94,000. But that's not all. Along with those two things, Optum also offers a pretty decent match on their 401k plans. They will match 4.5% if you contribute at least 6% of your salary into your 401k. And of course, I did that because I like to practice what I preach. 401k plans are great. And so I invested into my 401k about $5,000 over the previous year, and Optum has matched $4,000 of that. And that will bring my total compensation over the past year to $98,000. And that's where my pay ended for the first year, $98K. Well, technically, but here's what I mean. So I started back in mid-July of 2023, and as you guys can see by the calendar, it's now August of 2024, so it's now over a year since I started my full-time position. However, as part of my contract, upon graduation from my developmental program, which takes just over a year apparently, I will be awarded an extra $20,000 in company stock, just the way I was with my sign-on bonus earlier last year. Therefore, since I don't graduate for another couple weeks and I haven't actually received that $20,000 bonus, I didn't technically make six figures in 1 year after graduating college. But in 1 year and 1 month, I will have made $118,000. So you guys can be the judge on that. Reflecting on my own personal situation, I am extremely, extremely grateful to be in the place that I am today. And I am trying not to take anything for granted along the way. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely got lucky. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely got a little bit lucky to be in the position that I am today and to land the job I did. It's kind of like that old adverb, you know, I was in the right place at the right time kind of thing. But at the same time, this was my goal. This was what I was aiming for. And I definitely took the steps along the way that helped me achieve it. And that's something that I feel that I can be proud of. But if you're watching this video and you're thinking to yourself, I want to make 6 figures my first year out of college, how do I do that? Well, I want to give you guys a couple of things to take away. Honestly, a big part of it was I took the average expected earnings of a position into consideration when choosing what major I wanted to study in college and what path I wanted to go down. Now, don't get me wrong, there's obviously a balance between finding a job that pays well and finding a job that you'll actually enjoy. So I recommend trying to find one that fits both. And then I got a little bit lucky. I overheard one of my adjacent friends talking about an internship that he had over the previous summer. I thought it sounded cool. I applied to the job and I got it. And then the rest is history. A piece of advice I really want to offer you guys is that once you guys get that full-time job and you start making some money, take full advantage of all of the employer benefits that they offer you, such as the 401k match like I'm taking advantage of. And there's many other employer benefits that sometimes get swept under the radar, and you can just make a little bit more money or even save a little bit more money, and every little bit helps when you're first starting out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching how I technically made 6 figures my first year out of college, and I wish you guys all the best of luck in your personal endeavors. Thank you all for watching. May the force be with you, and get out of here.